that's not even English.
Let's go, baby.
No, into here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
No, you gotta say it clear, otherwise you won't be able to hear it.
Let's go, baby.
I'll put these. We're watching the live hurricane.
Yeah, it's actually like I didn't even know that they had live feeds, but it makes sense. It's like if people are like live streaming that, why not?
Well, yeah, a lot of it was just like weather networks too, just like you'd normally see on live streams. But
Because you would never. I mean, this is apparently one of the biggest ones that's ever come through there for the past like 100 years or so. That's what they say, at least.
There's definitely someone out there like sitting and watching the whole thing, like sitting out.
oh yeah,
100%.
well, I've seen it a bunch of times. Like people just sit there and wait it out, and like the people that I've seen have got like full cement homes, and like okay, we'll see if it stays up this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But it's like some people don't even have like anywhere else to go.
True.
Where else you gonna go?
Yeah.
They
For
can't
real.
just evacuate like other people
A
can,
hotel somewhere.
I guess, and just leave
But
everything
isn't it
behind.
like isn't there like arenas and everything where like
They're
you can go
making
and,
like stadiums and stuff available so that people can go in there and shelter, I believe, and even for the aftermath, I guess.
Guess so.
That's what they did with Katrina, right? I mean, they went to like the New Orleans Saints was like a big
I remember that. Yeah.
big stadium that everybody went to.
Jade's mom has like a condo in Treasure Island, and it's like
It's right there.
yeah, no, it got hit the first time, and it's like because like a lot of the places don't have anything on the first floor, like by design, so that like it just if it comes up, then
Yeah.
it is, but like it's still just going to get all torn down and
I
everything.
wonder how much water is just gonna push in there, and it's like how far is the water gonna go inland?
A ton.
A ton, eh? But it's like how
Let's measure
far,
it, no.
like distance. I mean, yeah, but like distance wise,
Yeah,
it's
true.
like how far, like how many clicks is it gonna go in?
Yeah.
It's so
Are we
crazy.
talking about like
Probably
a-
at least probably like minimum 3.5.
three
Like
and a half?
that's specific, but I feel like it's at least 3.
When you
Yeah,
see
like
the
3 to-
pictures of it from, did you see any of the pictures of it from space?
From space, it looks massive.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
just going
It's
to
so
wipe
scary.
everything out.
Yeah.
It's
like,
so
how is
scary
the world not
looking.
going to be
Crazy.
screwed?
It is like a giant tornado almost looking like, and then it's got that eye in the middle.
yeah,
It's
I think
so scary.
Hurricane.
And the aftermath,
Called.
Yeah.
think about how long it takes to just like recover from that.
I know,
You know
and
what I
like we were
mean?
just saying,
like
the-
years, and then another one comes. You know what I
Years.
mean?
well,
Like,
it's been a week since the
Since
last
the
Yeah,
one, or
yeah.
whatever, 2
Right.
weeks
Yeah.
or whatever it's been. But yeah, it's insane. No break-ins this week.
For me,
Yeah,
no break-ins this week.
no break-ins for me, no homeless people in my window.
yeah,
No.
she had a freaky story.
That's
the other
Yeah.
crazy.
day,
Tell
too.
us.
Okay, so I woke up one morning. It was like 7:30 in the morning. I put my blinds up like I usually do, go get my coffee. So I'm walking back with my cup of coffee, and I look in my room, and there's this lady in my window, like head to the window, staring in my room.
That is
And I was
scary.
like, what the fuck? So I get out of my room. My roommate is like working out in the living room. She has her headphones on. I'm like, get over here. Kira, get over here. So she's like, what? And then I was like, there's like a fucking woman in my window. Like we live on like the main floor of like our house, right? We have the main floor. So like she was like around the building to get to my room. So we see her
She's
kind of,
like walked around.
she's
pretty
walking around.
Wow.
She's looking around. So she walks over to like my roommate's window, and we're like outside of my door. We're just like trying to like peek and see
Peek,
where
yeah.
she's at. So she's like feeling up on the like the windowsill to like see if it opens maybe. So we just like close the door, and we're like, what the hell do we do? Like she was chilling there. We actually thought it was like 2 people because she was walking around with like a hockey stick with like bags on it, but it was like
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So, anywho, my roommate and I were like, okay, let's just call the cops to like see if there's someone around a car and just like tell her to leave. But she walks away. 2 hours later, the cops call us and they're like, oh, hey, like we did a walk around. She's not here ananymore.
Yeah.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Like she
Yeah.
broke in. She's sleeping in my bed now. Like she's eating my food. But they were like, yeah, like shit happens. Like put up some signs if you want, like as a deterrent. But like, what is like? Are they really going to be able to read a sign if you're like that messed up?
Do you have like? Because I remember, I swear, like some of my friends in like school, like, do you have like pepper spray in the house and shit?
No.
You
no.
probably should. Like,
I feel confident.
I guess that would be
Yeah.
like an easy like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I was like, do I go
Deterrent,
out and be like, what the hell are
Yeah,
you doing?
what are
Like,
you
can
doing?
please
Yeah.
leave?
I
But if
don't
it was
know.
like,
Yeah.
if it was like a substantially bigger person than me, I'd probably be like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like,
and you never know what they're carrying.
no, and the state they're in.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
more
like
than
they're
anything.
unpredictable.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, it was a wake up, that's for sure. My heart rate, my watch was like, hey, your heart rate is
Really?
like, yeah, your
You're
heart
like
rate
working out.
is
Yeah,
hella
for
high.
sure. Yeah, that, I guess
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
The owner of the building, I was talking to him, and he was saying, because I told him about my story here, and he's like, and he owns a ton of like rental, like student rental properties, and he was saying that he got a call from like one of the guys' dads that moved into the house, and like basically the first couple days as they were moving in, like you're just like moving in, so shit's like coming and going
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and they must have like left for a little bit and came back and his whole closet was gone.
Damn.
Wow.
And like the guys were like, they had stayed there over the summer, or maybe not. They didn't stay there, but their house was there.
Yeah.
Like they still had the
Yeah,
spot over
yeah,
the summer.
yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, your guys took all my son's stuff over the summer and stuff like that."
Oh,
and then his son came
Yeah.
in or like into the conversation basically and was like, "No, Dad, like that was all the shit I had just moved in.
Yeah.
So like someone had wandered down,
That's
like cleaned out the
crazy.
closet, all the shoes."
It's like they
and
just
everything.
walk into the house without even like
Thinking. Yeah, like,
nothing. I
no
mean, just like
thought.
they walked in here. They just
Yeah.
like walk
Yeah.
in, all doors open. Let me just take whatever is there and just
Yeah.
walk out.
Yeah.
Not even stressing,
Yeah.
nothing. Just
Yeah.
like it's your own home. Just
Yeah.
walk in, take the stuff,
For
and
real.
just leave.
But that was so
Crazy.
funny when you were like, you went to him and you're like, hey, like, can I have my stuff back? Oh yeah, yeah, no worries.
Sorry
Like,
for
not
the
an issue.
inconvenience. Like,
And then didn't you say you like kept something and you were like, iPad too? And he was like, oh yeah,
"You're
yeah.
sorry, I forgot this."
Yeah.
My bad.
Honestly, I've been pretty good. This top door gets locked every time I leave.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like I come from a small town where we were like patio door open all the time.
Like I get in shit from that like almost all the time from Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like at my house and where I grew up,
Yeah.
like my friends knew that the door was
Right.
unlocked, so if
Yeah.
anyone needed
Right.
to ever come over, like
Yeah.
for emergency or just to like whatever,
Right.
Like the doors, I growing up, I never even had a
yeah.
house key.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
Growing
the
up,
garage
it
door
was
was
like
always open.
Yeah.
everyone that I knew,
Yeah.
it was just like doors open.
Yeah.
You know, just like come in whenever
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah.
So
and
I
that's
used to
it.
leave our house like Jade
Yeah.
and I's, and like she'd be like, "What the hell? You can't leave the doors open." And like
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I
Now and
guess,"
then I
like-
see like by my place just like people coming in and just checking the handles of the doors and shit, right?
That's
From
crazy.
like the vehicles.
Yeah.
It's just like so I'm like I really sometimes I go to bed and I'm like, did I like lock my car?
Yeah.
Did I lock my van?
Yeah.
And then I get up and I go down there and I just like make sure I lock. I mean,
Your
the
truck, you
truck
can just
is like
do it from,
easy.
You
It's
can
like
just
I
do
can
it from your
a
phone.
But my work vehicle, I literally
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
have to walk outside, make sure it's
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
locked, right?
Yeah.
So it's and it's been happening. I mean, I see it on the camera. It's like 1 a.m., 1:30, 2 a.m.
Yeah, like
Just walk
oh,
in.
nothing better
Well,
to do.
that's
Let me just pull up.
Rob said that his girlfriend in Kitchener or Guelph
Yeah.
had her vehicle stolen out of her driveway on like Sunday night, like a couple days ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Just gone?
Yeah, like everyone's got Ring doorbells in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So they see at like 4 a.m. One guy is going around pulling on door handles to see what's open.
Yeah.
And I don't know if hers was open or not, but they got in hers and like they all their doorbells see this single guy get in the car and take it.
Wow.
And like she got up in the morning and was gonna go
And
out.
just
And was like, "Oh, where's my car?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it happens all the time, like,
It does.
especially
I
with
mean-
vehicles like that. They don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Vera's dad's trailer, dude. It was parked in his driveway.
Mm-hmm.
They came in, just busted the ball lock or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and just reversed, hooked
Yeah.
onto it, gone.
Yeah.
That like crazy thing about that is we recovered that trailer too. It was like the cop, like Vera's sister calls me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, can you go pick up the trailer?" I was like, "They found it." I was like, "No way,"
Mm-hmm.
and they did, and it was like not that far away. The cop was waiting, and they never took the license plate off, so that's how they knew it
You
was
could
like
identify it. Yeah.
identified. If they
Yeah.
would have taken it off
Yeah.
and put a different one, it's like how can you prove
Yeah,
it unless you
yeah,
have like
totally.
really pictures?
I'd
of
love
Yeah.
to know the story of that person. Like, how do you steal something like that?
Yeah.
And just like, isn't the first thing you do
right.
take the license plate
Yeah.
off?
Play it off or replace it
Yeah,
with
like
like
there's
a
dumb shit. Like a lot of people that get caught, it's like because you're like you didn't do something that you should have been thinking
Which
about.
seems so basic.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
yeah.
I think to myself, it's like, what, they just like were looking to move shit, and they're like, hey, we need a
Yeah,
trailer.
maybe.
Let's
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
grab
yeah.
someone's
Honestly, they
trailer.
probably just
Oh, I
stole a
could
bunch
use
of.
this. Like, yeah.
They probably used it to steal a bunch of other stuff,
Other
and then they're
shit,
like, "Oh, the
yeah.
trailer!" Like now it's just a pain in the ass. To us.
And then they just parked it at like some residence,
Yeah.
and it was just like in a parking lot of like
Yeah.
a building, and the super just like saw like the trailer just sitting there, and he called the cops. He's like, hey, I don't know if this is like anyone's trailer is missing, and because the police report was filed, that's how they could identify, and it was like, yeah, that's the trailer that's been missing.
You know what I see a lot though? I see a lot of bikes with tires missing. I
Yeah.
always
Oh,
see
yeah.
bikes locked up with their tires. I was like, my roommate was gonna bring her bike, and then she's like, no. Like, have you seen how
Yeah.
many bikes like the tires
like-
get taken? And I was like, no. And then I came this year, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, don't bring your
Even
bike.
people just walking down the street with like pushing two bikes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Where
you
did
know
those come from?
Yeah, you know it's not yours. But the best is like when people like lock just their like wheel, right?
Yes,
and then they just
yeah.
take the whole frame.
Yeah.
And you just see the chain with the,
The
wheel
wheel,
just
yeah,
sitting
yeah,
there, and it's like, oh my
hilarious.
god.
I got one hubcap stolen off my car once. It was
Really?
the weirdest thing ever.
Someone
yeah.
just needed a
And it's like-
matching
I guess
one.
so,
Yeah.
and it wasn't loose. Like I didn't like hit any bumps where it'd fall off. Like it was like my normal drive. I go out to my car and I was like, why does it look like I have a spare tire on my car right now? And I was like, oh, where the fuck's my hubcap?
And it's like, what did they think? It's like, let me just like pull up, take this.
Like
hub-
you
yeah,
said, they
yeah,
probably
yeah.
needed
I
a-
need one. Yeah, yeah,
like-
yeah. And they're like, oh, that's the exact car that I have.
Yeah.
Dude, when I did my fence at home, I literally put lights on like posts, so it's like
Yeah,
at
like the
night,
accent.
they
like,
come that same night, somebody just like
Yeah, those things
walked
are, like,
up,
easy
just
picking.
ripped it off and see you later, like
their
gone.
backyard looks sick now. They got all those lights. That's where I needed. Maybe that might have been me. I needed
Yeah,
a couple
maybe you
extra.
just like pulled over. It's like, yo, Edis, just put the lights on. Let's
Yeah.
take some.
Yeah. You go
It
for
literally the same night. The same night it was finished. I put that shit on. I wake up the next day and
Yeah.
it's just like
Gone. Yeah.
Crazy.
Same night. It-
Also, like packages probably
yeah.
Yes.
sniped all
Pirate.
the time.
Porch pirates.
I haven't like had one, and I order a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So lucky for me.
We
but,
get
like,
it all the time. Like in our neighborhood, like people drive around and just like look for stuff on the.
That's
And they
crazy.
don't even care because like 90% of people have like Ring cameras
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
other sort of cameras,
Yeah.
and it's just like there's like no shame in it.
No,
Yeah.
no. And I specifically tell him like on the order is like, please put the package like out of sight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like
'Cause
the
it's
notes. Yeah. You can
right.
write a
It's
note.
like just all they need to do instead of putting it in front of the door, just move it to the side
Yeah.
because it's like it's not visible
Yeah.
from the street.
Yeah.
And nope, every time just
Yeah.
they just come up there, just
Yeah.
toss
Well,
it
have
up
you
there.
gotten anything stolen though?
No, I haven't. But it's like it's about to happen. You know, it's just a matter of time
Yeah,
before
for
somebody
real.
like comes in and just like takes the shit.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the thing that you needed, like the
Right.
thing that you
Yeah.
expedited. shipping
Everything
that
else you
need the
don't
next
care,
day,
but
yeah.
the
Yeah.
camera battery
Yeah.
gets taken or
Yeah.
something. You need,
And it's just like, damn, like it's just a matter of time.
yeah.
Yeah, for real. And it's so random. Like why? Like you're gonna take a package, and what is this? Like a surprise for you?
It's like a lottery,
oh,
yeah.
yay! Like,
but you
right.
ever see
Yeah.
those ones? Do you ever see those people that set people up?
No, I haven't seen that.
but
You've never seen that?
no.
Oh, I gotta pull it up almost. So it's like people will do boxes where it's like a bait.
Oh
No?
no, I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
And then
so
what,
they'll
like
do
the-
like
The box
bait,
just like sprays
mail,
paint out.
everything.
Yeah, or like,
like-
a snake like jumping out of it.
Well, this guy does one, and he's got like, I don't know. What was the guy's YouTube? Using like so he's got like 10 different. I wish I knew his thing, but he has like it's like a box, right? Like
Yeah.
looks like a Best Buy box or something, and he'll have like full on. The guy's like an engineer. So he like full on has like the guy will take it out as soon as it gets a certain distance or like it's in their car or whatever, or he has cameras pointing
He,
every
like,
way.
booby traps.
Yeah,
the whole
100%. So like one he'll do where like the first one that comes up is like a countdown. So it's like 5, 4,
shit. like a speaker.
like a speaker, like a loudspeaker.
crazy.
And then some of the people just throw it and be like, think it's
Yeah.
about to blow up.
Yeah.
And then like, so what speaker? And then a thing pops up and it does a like insane like swirl like almost like glitter bombs.
Yeah.
Glitter everywhere. Next one will be like he'll unload like a full bottle of like fart spray.
Oh my god.
I wish I could find it.
That's awesome.
Mail.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Bait.
brilliant idea.
Yeah.
It makes that person
trap.
think twice.
Yeah, for
Like,
real. Yeah.
And then I think to myself,
One less. Phew.
yeah, and then
We're
I
all
think
good
to
now.
myself, it's like, do they then do it again? Did
Yeah,
they
like,
learn their
yeah,
lesson?
Yeah, for real.
See how it's in this car.
Hmm.
Oh, and then this I don't know if this is. Oh yeah, this is this Mark guy.
Oh, wow.
So it does that.
This is like his hobby.
Yeah, he's like a engineer. Like look at this
This is
guy.
like what
Fart
he's thinking
bomb.
about. After work, he's like, "What's my next package prank gonna be?"
It's brilliant. I mean, why not?
And he has like 100 different versions, or maybe not 100, but like
99.
everything on. Yeah, 99. And then he'll track it, and then like, or he'll put it in like a car window where like they shatter the window to get the package, like the
That's
backpack,
the worst, man.
the backpack out of the back seat or something. Follow the guy, like that's where the guy went, right? And this brings it home.
Oh, glitter everywhere in his whole car.
And like it's probably like ringing
And it's
and
just like all like it's so harmless. It's just like such an inconvenience that you're
Right.
like, okay, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Also, that's embarrassing. Like
It
imagine, like,
is.
stealing a
And
package
then
like,
the guy calls you
Yeah.
out because he obviously
Yeah.
follows you.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a ton. Like I think there's a ton of different like tricks he does too. But like he'll do the classic like Home Alone like voice in it, like
yeah.
smile, like whatever the, you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Who's this? Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
And then
mouse or
the fart-
something.
Snake who?
Yeah.
And then he gets fart spray. So it just wherever it is. Imagine your house would just like reek like
Yeah.
skunk for.
Yeah. Your car, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, like honestly, like hopefully the people learn their lesson, but it's
Yeah.
like I can almost probably like guarantee there's probably somebody who will try it again.
Yeah.
See, like this
Totally.
is in the buddy's house, and then they'll ditch it, and he can go back and find it,
Yeah.
and like get all this stuff off of it and everything.
Yeah, because he's like recording everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was like some crazy amount of cameras on it and stuff. Yeah,
Wow.
insane. That'd be
If I
cool.
were to steal a package and that happened to me, I probably wouldn't steal again because I'd feel so like
Yeah.
Yeah.
embarrassed.
for
I'd be
sure.
like, I don't deserve to steal a package again. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it's
that.
getting worse and worse. I mean,
Yeah.
no shame whatsoever.
Yeah.
People just don't care.
And people don't even pursue it because if it's like your $10 like Amazon package, it's
Right.
like
Amazon
whatever.
just resends it.
Yeah,
like
like,
it's just
whatever.
like part of the story
Yeah.
now, where they're
And
just
then
like,
it's like, do they really use it, or they just
Right,
like
that's what I'm
toss it,
saying.
right?
Yeah,
and then
it's-
it's just like,
You
what a
don't know
waste.
what it is. Yeah.
it depends
What
what it is. You could just get an iPhone on one of those or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Something crazy.
hopefully it needs to be like those types of things that are like super expensive or whatever. I mean, you should sign for
Yeah,
those
yeah,
packages,
yeah.
right? Because then that would be just like negligence. I mean,
Yeah.
or like make sure you're at home waiting for that.
Yeah,
package,
totally.
right?
Yeah. But even sometimes it's like they give you a 5-hour time
Window.
frame. Not everyone can just stay at their
I know.
stay there
Yeah,
for
no.
5
People
hours
gotta
and wait
work,
for it, right?
So yeah.
We were supposed to get one yesterday for a birthday party, and it was late, so I had to go to the store and get a birthday present. And then it came probably
Ridiculous.
20 minutes after.
Later. That's always the case.
Ridiculous. But so the party was good.
Yeah.
Party was great.
Yes. I
Great
agree.
turnout.
It's
Awesome.
like even from your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like
Yeah. And I didn't go last year, but
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't like, I feel like even like right away, you were like, hey, let's do another one. Because that
Yeah,
was like a
yeah.
chill
Yes.
hangout. And I feel like everyone had someone to talk to. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you meet people. It's
that
through a
and
common
like
interest,
for sure. Like
right?
I feel like especially with that, like you had someone you knew, and then like I think inevitably you met people too.
yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
I was saying it like I get how people could think it's just like, especially on a UFC night, like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, is that just going to be all the dudes hanging
Yeah,
out and stuff?
yeah,
And it like
yeah.
same with the first one though. I was surprised like it wasn't just like it was like pretty 50-50 even like
Yeah, totally.
guys and
No, I
girls.
agree.
So
No, it was a great turnout. And I mean, you always see, people at the gym and you rarely get to talk to them because, I mean, a lot of people just go come here,
Yeah.
train.
Yeah.
And then, people don't, some socialize, others don't.
Yeah.
And
or
then
even
when
on
you-
the day, like some days
Right.
you're just like in a rush.
Yeah,
and not,
Right.
yeah.
And then this way you just like get to see the people, get to meet them, talk to them 101, just,
Yeah.
just chat
Yeah.
and just
Now we
like-
got to start getting some like not too tacky, but like some sort of themes. Someone, oh man, I think I wrote it down somewhere. I think Adam suggested a good one.
just like a theme.
Not yeah, but it was like a twist to it almost. Like, oh, what was it? Oh, first of all, I think next time, possibly on the 30th one, I might get a bartender.
Oh, and just mix fancy drinks.
Whatever, like have like yeah, like either like a certain amount of people can bring certain like liquors.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
just
Or
mix
like
it
I
in.
just get whatever, and it's like a like the obviously the bartender gets paid and whatever tips, but like you, drinks essentially are like you don't pay for drinks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just pay.
Or
But
even
I think
a-
that would be cool.
Or even like a raffle, just bring like a bottle of something and just people can like put a raffle like a prize out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much you can do and just think about
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
plan ahead or whatever, and it makes it fun.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it brings the people out and it gives them something to do. I mean, right? It's like a lot of people don't even want to go to bars or
No.
do
Yeah.
those things
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they
I don't.
prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, or it's like you go with like two people. Those are the two people you're talking with. That's
Yeah.
my thing. Is
Yeah.
like, why am I going out and like talking to you guys? Maybe having a quick chat with some other random people and
Right.
calling it like,
Right.
Yeah.
And this way everyone has the same everyone
Yeah,
has
yeah.
one thing in
Yeah,
common that they
exactly.
actually do train here.
yeah, yeah.
And
You build off of that.
right.
That's how you. I feel like
Yeah.
that's how you build connections
Yeah.
with people. Is like,
Right.
oh, you have that common interest. You're gonna like,
Especially
Be
because
curious
so
of-
many are like naturally built here without even trying. Like
Right.
just like even how many people get to know people from the gym itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let alone like a
And it's
situation
surprising
outside
how
of
it. Yeah.
many people do different things at the gym too.
yeah,
right?
totally, yeah.
It's like
No, I know this. Like, I feel like this gym has a very diverse range of like
Yes.
training styles. Like,
Yeah,
I've
yeah, oh,
always
yeah.
thought that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is doing something a little different.
even in their private lives,
Yeah,
right? It's like
professional
and
professions,
everything.
right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, totally.
Some are doctors, lawyers, whatever.
Yeah.
Some are artists,
Students.
Yeah.
students,
Students.
right?
Yeah.
And you just get to know the people a little bit better, and
Yeah.
and it's like some people have cool stories, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just awesome.
Yeah, and it was
right?
exactly that. It was like, oh, hey, like I've never actually introduced myself. Nice to like actually
Yeah.
meet you
Right,
type thing.
right.
Not just like the, hey, what are you training today? Or like a small gym talk.
right,
Right.
just
Yeah.
like
But-
yeah.
It'd be cool to like, or I don't know if it would be cool. I mean, you could just do it so many one after the other, but it would be cool to like at one of them go out after all together.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that would be cool or not, but it'd be something to try.
Yeah.
Well, especially
all, like,
especially in the
Yeah.
summertime, it's just like, all right, let's go somewhere on a patio or something.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
true. Yeah.
Well, that's like we were talking about. Like, it'd be sick to have it out
Outside.
here. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because like the picnic table and stuff in the back now.
Right.
If it was warm enough, like even when we've had stuff here in the summer before, like
Yeah.
half the people end up just standing out front talking and stuff
Yeah.
too, like
Right.
while they're having a cigarette or whatever. But like if you brought the picnic table, like blocked off a couple of parking spots,
And
you
just
could have
chill there.
full
Yeah.
on like
Yeah.
outside. You wouldn't need this.
Yeah, and even in the summertime, because it's like it stays, it's so light
Yeah.
out, even late,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
like
so
till
it's
10
like
o'clock,
right,
yeah.
and then even have barbecue like
Yeah.
in the summertime outside, and just like pull up a barbecue and have like a block party.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well, once it keeps going, like because there are ultimately a lot of people that could possibly come.
Right.
So once it builds momentum and
yeah.
like
And
people
then-
No, I think it's
see it.
exactly that too. Like they're like, oh yeah, it was good. Like you should come with me.
Yeah, it's not
Right?
just
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And I definitely want to do like one soon where it's like specifically bring a +1 that's
Yeah.
like not a member,
Yeah.
just so it's
Yeah.
like fun
Right.
that way
Yeah,
too. 'cause-
exactly. No, I feel like even when the first one, I had only been here for a couple months, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't like. You
Yeah,
can have that little
yeah.
bit of like,
Yeah, 100%.
pull back from it, just being like, I don't know, like if I'm actually gonna wanna.
Yeah,
right,
100%.
and that's
People,
but-
not
but
like
that's
that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you get what
for
I'm saying.
sure, for
I don't
sure.
know them
like-
well enough.
Yeah, people have also second thoughts. It's like, oh, I don't know, like you said, right? Like people don't know what it's going to be, and then the more you do it,
Yeah.
And you know, the word spreads. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, it was awesome. It was
Yeah,
good times.
totally.
It was really chill.
Even like being here as a member in general, I think inherently you have that like reservation at like personalities, like kind of like
Yeah.
a little like if you there's like if you're here because you don't want a big gym like Good Life, then that's kind of that whole
Yeah.
principle where it's
Right.
like
Yeah. Or
I
at least
might
in your
not-
training session, you're not hoping to like
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
I
20-minute
guess, yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably, I think, yeah.
So
So
there's
yeah, I mean,
lots.
and I think in the future it will just bring more and more people
Mm-hmm.
out because they'll realize or like hear other people talking about it,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit, like next
Yeah.
time I definitely want to check
Yeah,
it out,
yeah.
right? Because people are going to be on the fence.
Totally.
Should I do it? Should
Well,
I not?
especially if you're talking to someone at the gym that went and you didn't, and
Yeah.
you're like, no, like it's
chill.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
Right.
totally.
Right.
Or even if you just do it, then you're like, oh yeah, like we all
Yeah.
kind of have a common ground.
yeah.
Right.
It-
But it was good. I mean, it was a great turnout.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you know, people. What I found was great is people came in. Some people chilled,
Yeah.
left. You know, some people stayed longer.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like there's no pressure
No,
whatsoever,
no,
right?
yeah.
It's just like come in, say what's up,
Yeah.
and then just bounce,
Yeah,
right, or
yeah,
whatever. Or if
totally.
you want to go and continue going outside and partying somewhere else downtown,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right, whatever, like people want to do,
Yeah.
I guess, right? So it's just like there's no zero pressure whatsoever, and but all in all, I think it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel crowded. Like there was a
No,
good
no,
amount of
definitely
people in
not.
here,
Yeah.
but like everyone
We've
was
had,
like, yeah.
I've not me, I guess, yeah, but like we've had more people here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we've like there's been parties here that like I didn't have, but like Jake had or something like you
Right.
know like when he when he
yeah.
had his staff party here, there was
Right.
easily like 50, 60
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
I'd put that at like 20, 30, maybe 20 between 20 and 30.
On
But
our
you could
party we just
easily
had?
fit double. Like, and it's still
No,
not
literally,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was funny because no one even ever really came over to
No.
this side.
Yeah,
Right.
So that told me, I was like, Mom, maybe I got to like switch the coaches around when people like have one here and here. So
Yeah.
it's not like I was
Yeah.
blocked off or
Yeah.
something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of how it all plays out. But yeah, you could definitely fit like,
But it was a good amount. I don't like how many you guess came out.
yeah, I think like, I would say like 30 or
30
maybe
easy.
like,
Yeah.
it's
I
hard-
think
it-
easy.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
yeah, probably throw it all.
Yeah.
And like I even know that there's probably like 5 or 10 people that like 100% were going to come, and then their plans changed on like Saturday. You know, like
Right.
my clients who were like, you know, Paul was like all amped up about it all week, and he was just
All
like
week, and then it's
didn't
just
come.
Like,
So there's definitely people that like
Yeah.
I know were 100% down and they didn't. So there's an easy like
yeah,
couple
Yeah.
extras.
Someone today was like, "Oh, did you go?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Okay, well, I'll go since like I'll know someone next
Yeah,
time."
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Right. Yeah, because
the
people
point
feel
right
more
there.
comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
too, because it's
exactly.
like the,
Yeah.
some people show up by themselves, right? Don't know what to expect. They
I
have-
mean, I would be the exact same way. If I wasn't like on the opposite end of like hosting it,
Yeah.
I'd be like, Jade, nah, like let's just say like I'm not like a
Yeah.
go outer or anything
Yeah.
or like so I get it. I'm
Or you
just like
just be
almost
like-
too distracted by having to like host it that it doesn't feel like I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
Or
or thing
you-
just go down.
I think so. Or you just call Lettuce, be like, "Hey man, you want to come with me? Hold my hand."
Me? I'd rather go to
And you'd be like, "Of course,
Of course,
Come
no
over right
problem. I'm on my way. Say less. Yeah, strange, eh?
No, there. It did make me realize it's a diverse group of people.
Yes,
You know
it's
what I mean?
awesome. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's and that's why another reason I love this gym is because it's so diverse. It's so great.
Yeah, I
right?
learn things. Like
Yeah.
I come to the gym and I learn things from
Right.
people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and people want to help you.
Yeah.
a lot of like
Yeah.
helpful people and just
Yeah.
like
A lot of knowledgeable people in the gym
right,
too.
right. And people are like, some people aren't afraid to ask, which is like nobody. You know, you shouldn't be afraid to ask anybody, regardless, especially new members that come in.
Yeah.
right. They should they
Yeah.
should be able to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
Not just you, but in general, anyone.
Yeah.
Regardless where things are, you
Yeah.
know, how
Yeah.
things work,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
right? So, but I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to
Yeah.
it. I don't know if
30th.
I don't know if it's gonna be a UFC night or anything, but
I don't know. That'd be a crazy coincidence.
Coincidence
if it
would be,
was,
yeah.
but I
I don't think so. It would be crazy if it is, though.
let's see, November.
And I mean, even Rob had like a Super Bowl
30th.
party here right? And there's been Super Bowl parties happening here where people show up and just watch the Super Bowl, whatever.
No.
And even on the Olympia, you had people sometime here watching the Olympia as well in the past. So, and the cool thing is like members can use this upstairs to host birthday parties.
Yeah,
What
totally.
a lot
Yeah.
of people don't like, right?
Yeah.
Like don't.
Well, this spot's hard to describe. So it's like I got an
Yeah.
office upstairs.
I know,
Yeah.
unless you see it, it's so like a lot of people, even at work or whatever, ask me is like, so it's like I tell them the gym and then it's got an upstairs space.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to envision.
Yeah.
And it's like it was hard for me to envision until I saw it when I came up here for the first time. Was like, wow.
Yeah.
What a spot! Like so much potential.
No, for real.
Like so much potential you can do up here.
And like so much in a space, like you know what I
Right.
mean. Different areas have a different
Vibe.
vibe, different
Yeah,
memory,
that's why I want to
right?
like go to there. I want to do like because you host something and you see how it goes, right? Like
Right.
I want to. First of all, I'm gonna have that whole wall decorated, and then I want to do like a little like table and chairs, like a high top table, and then 2 chairs. So that's like another gathering point. And like
yeah,
this is,
yeah,
and,
totally, yeah.
and like we don't even really go over to the other side, which like there's still a couch and TV over there.
Yeah.
So if
Right.
it really gets like
Crowded.
crowded, you
there's
could definitely space it
Send
out.
a few over there.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be, just tucked away.
No, but it was good.
Yeah, and it's even interesting coming back after like the 4 months in the summer.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of people who like I saw before, but there's a lot of new people too.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting to see like rotation and to look back a year ago and think about like the different members when you
Yeah.
see them every day and it's a
Yeah, yeah,
gradual
yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
You don't realize it, but I was like who are these people?
Well, that's
You
like
know what I
people
mean?
that come in the morning, like Russ, for example, right? Like he doesn't even know the gym's open after 8 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
there's a whole nother like
work out after
even
8
me,
a.m.
like even myself, like I'm here sure a lot, but like there's people that
3 a.m.
come in the middle of the night or like
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the night, and I don't ever see them. So I'm kind of
Right.
always like, oh, is this person like? Are they one of the people that like just get a membership and like sit on it?
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
they come every day, and I
Right.
just
Yeah.
don't ever see them
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
I
So
mean, that's-
it's a whole nother variety of like
Right, that's like a
faces and
whole-
stuff that
that's
you
like a
don't see
whole-
possibly.
different type of
Yeah,
group, right?
yeah.
It's just like you have your group that, like, if you're consistent at a
Yeah.
certain time that you go,
Yeah.
you see the same people over
Yeah.
and over again, right? But then it's like, you know, you switch it up, and it's like you have your time slot, and then there's like a whole different time slot where there's like a whole new different
Yeah.
group of
Yeah.
people who just
Yeah.
like come in the gym, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's, you
And
know.
then there's those people that you come at a different time and you still see them and you're
Yeah, it's like
That
how
is-
is it all
Yeah.
We
lined
talked
up?
about that the
Yes,
other
yeah.
day. Yeah, I don't know who it was. It
Yeah.
was just like I come in here on like, you know, Saturday, Sundays I switch it up, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, how are you here?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's like I come here purposely, like, you know, in a different spot,
Not to
just
see you, and
not
then-
right.
Yeah,
It's just like
I come here to avoid you. Why are you
Somehow you're
here?
still here.
it's like, damn, this person's still here.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's-
that's so strange.
Yeah.
Right? It's just
Or like for me, I feel like I'm pretty consistent. Like I'll be like, okay, Tuesdays is squads. Like I do it like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll always have like I'll be doing my workout. I'll like same thing at the same time.
Mm.
So there's always the same person like right after me gonna use the same machine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
if they're not
yeah,
there, I'm like,
yeah.
where are they today? Like
Yeah.
slacker.
They
But-
think it's a different day of the week. than
yeah,
it is.
maybe.
That's funny.
Yeah. 24-hour gym, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cool part about it. Yeah, but
I keep like, even I guess Windsor was the last time we went, but like it'd be weird to like we should just go for a workout at like
yeah, you and I went
Crunch
to Windsor.
one day here,
Yeah. And just wear Showtime hoodies.
Yeah.
or like imagine how weird. I don't know, like that.
hand out business cards.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But it's
Trust
Like
like,
it would
Trust
be
me.
so weird to go train at like a big gym
like
right now.
right. For me, it would be
Yeah.
so
I'd feel like an insecure like
weird, right?
10-year-old girl.
Well, it's like you come in and it's like what, like, you know, what can I like?
What do I do? Where
What do
is
I do?
everything?
Right? It's
Yeah.
like so all these people are like, once again, back to us, like people are coming training at the
Yeah,
same time
yeah.
spot, same time.
Yeah.
So you'd go to those places and then you be the new person
Yeah,
to that time
Yeah,
slot.
even
right?
more so.
Yeah.
Like, just like, imagine like all the people that the groups of kids sitting around on phones and like that kind of aspect to it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it used to be like older people reading their newspapers now to like young kids on their like phones, just like
Yeah.
And then there's like probably like 50 tripods just everywhere with phones, just like people recording.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it how it is actually.
No,
right
totally.
now. It's like
You know what's bad is the Western gym.
I mean, like the members here that are like, are just can't handle it.
Yeah.
But
so
And
the
only
Western-
25, I think there was a like study done that only like 25% of people
Use
actually
it?
use it. And then also that's like, that wasn't even considering like how frequent the use was. Like use it could be one session a week. Right?
the Western gym.
Yeah, and it's still that crowded, and only what, like, let's just say 15% of people regularly use the gym.
Yeah.
And it's not open 24/7, but all the times it's open, it's like
slammed.
it's just slammed.
Do you get
So-
it? Is it part of like you get a free membership?
It's not free; it's like in your fee, but you can't opt out of it. Does that make
yeah.
sense?
So it's part of your
yeah,
tuition.
it is because it's
Yeah.
tuition. But
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but the public isn't allowed to go there, right?
no,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
But isn't it like? Is it just a ton of squat racks, or it's all good machines?
It's not even a ton though, and like it's like I think what was it like 6 or 7 squat racks?
Yeah.
And like in terms of like machines, there was usually still only one or maybe
Of
2 of
each
everything.
one,
Like
yeah.
there's not like 5 chest press
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
machines,
But
right?
that's just for the students, though. But the
Yeah.
athletes have a separate gym that
I
they go
believe
to.
so. Yeah, I believe that's
I
correct.
think so
Yeah.
because I went and trained at the Western
Yeah.
gym before
Yeah.
a few times, and I went where the football players
Yeah,
used to go,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
it's
Have
close
its
to.
own.
There's a parking lot right
There's
there.
a parking lot
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
right by the stadium.
yeah.
You just and it's like upstairs.
Yeah.
That was a pretty.
Yeah,
sick
but
gym.
I guess just pure numbers wise, there probably is a. I'm sure
Yeah.
most like university gyms are like that.
I agree.
Like, just
yeah,
slam. Like,
totally.
I'm sure Fanshaw's
and
the same
it just
way.
annoyed me that it was like you said,
Yeah.
like, okay, let me do my 8 reps and then I'm gonna take a 15-minute break
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
converse.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, do your thing. If like you're in the gym, that's great. But like for me personally, that was like I'm just trying to get in and out.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I don't wanna
Right.
have to deal with this.
Yes. Well, even when I went to university, you're right though. It's like it's always been packed.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
students come in and train, but luckily for the athletes, you have a separate gym that you go
You
to.
can make that up.
I want to
Thank.
see that gym.
Which
I've never
one?
seen that
The
one.
Western
Like the
varsity
gym.
athlete gym.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I could just literally on my phone. Thank you and Jade for hosting Showtime, peeps. I know I had fun. That's
Here we go.
There you go. We're not even live.
But
They know it wasn't us who sent the message to
yeah,
make it look like.
What's even like you think about the I mean, I'm sure that there's universities in Canada that have like sophisticated gyms,
Mm-hmm.
but then you go to the States and you go to like high school gyms that are just insane.
Yeah.
They have everything.
Yeah, literally.
I mean everything, right? You go to Texas, for example, their
Mm-hmm.
high school gym is probably like a multi-million-dollar facility
Yeah.
and has the
there's
most-
there's not yeah. That's a crazy one. I mean, the one where our squat rack went to, up near like Adelaide and Fanshawe. I guess none of us are really like would know high schools in London, right?
No.
It's a pretty sweet gym. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like $1 million or anything close to it, but
No.
like it's like substantially better than what I had in high
than
school.
an
And it was a
average
pretty
high school
cool
gym.
one. Yeah.
And then you go to like colleges in the States that are even crazier. They have
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
their own dentists and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Oregon, for example, is like the guy who invented Nike or whatever. He every year he just dumps like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they get a facility every like 3-4 years, reamped,
Yeah.
renovated, new shit in there, and just
Mm-hmm.
like it's amazing. I mean, I'd love to go to one of those gyms just to look at
Yeah,
it and just
yeah,
to see how
admire,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see it on YouTube, but I mean, videos and pictures don't really.
Yeah, do it justice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
I feel like there aren't like London isn't. I feel like there was less like private gyms than I thought there would be, like less options than I thought.
Yeah,
You know what I
I don't
mean?
know like what that's always like the thing is like what's a private gym mean? Like
Yeah, true. Or I guess I'd say like not like
big box?
big box like
Right, not a chain.
yeah.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just say
yeah, like-
locally
yeah,
owned.
yeah,
Right.
Right.
And that's another thing. It's like I'd rather support local
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Than like corporations,
Yeah.
right? Who just like you go there and you're just a number. Here you're actually like, you know, you're a person, and you know everybody knows you. The owner knows you,
Yeah,
you know, by
yeah,
name,
yeah.
and not just like by, you know, a
Yeah,
number and
yeah.
and a
Basic
dollar
membership,
sign, right?
$9.99 a
Right?
month.
Yeah,
Like-
you're number 6969.
Oh man.
Your invoice gets sent on the 13th of every month.
Yeah, but is there anything crazy happening at Western or like anything now?
There's like been strikes.
Yeah, what's going on there?
So I don't know the entire situation, but at the end of the year last year, the TAs, which are the teaching assistants, were on strike. I guess like you can be a TA if you're in grad school. You
Yeah.
can do like, you kind of like run the labs for undergrad students, things like that.
Yeah.
They weren't being paid enough. I feel like I don't know enough to like
Yeah,
take
yeah.
this all for word, but
Yeah.
Right.
what I understand is that like it was just crazy hours weren't being paid enough. So
Yeah.
they'd like walk the streets, like the city street, like the light, and block every single entrance to get into the school.
Yeah.
And so that's happening now again.
How
with,
many
like,
are
like
there? There must
actively
be
type
like a
of thing?
lot.
hella, like I can't count, like so many people.
And then it's like so they don't get paid, but it's like so they don't pay tuition. So
No, they
Yeah,
pay tuition.
yeah.
They just, it's like a job. Like think of a part-time job. That's what it is. To kind of,
yeah, but it's like if you're going there and you're asking for more money, would you not like negotiate and be like, all right, you cut my tuition in half?
I think
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
asking too much by that point.
yeah.
People are
I'm
like,
just
we're
trying
doing
to
you
help
a
the
favor.
people
Yeah.
so they don't have strikes, so they can go back to
'cause-
being normal.
Yeah, because
But like, dude,
and have a normal university experience.
Yeah, like last year I lived half a click off of campus, like 20-minute walk. One day I was driving to an exam. It took me 45 minutes to get into campus. I was late to my exam, and I literally was just like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like it was the strike, and he was like, just start. But I lost like 45 minutes of my exam.
And they don't even give you 45 minutes
and,
more.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? I was like,
Jeez, bud.
yeah, like I understand that that's probably their last resort. Like they probably did try to negotiate and got shut down.
Yeah.
But like when it's that big of an inconvenience to everyone else, and that like personally happened to me, I was like, okay, you kind of lost my respect a little bit.
But
That like half a kilometer took me 45 minutes, and I had to run my ass
dude,
across campus.
like, can these classes operate? Like, business goes on more or less as usual
Yeah.
without them,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably like a drastic
that was
understatement.
TAs at the end of the semester. This is like janitors and stuff. So like there was an email sent like avoid using the trash cans on campus
'Cause
because
it's
like
just gonna
it's
get-
just
no one's gonna be there
no
to
one's
empty
gonna
it.
do it.
Wow.
Yeah, no one's
It's gonna
gonna
be
do
just
it.
trash everywhere.
And then this year I was trying to get on campus one day, and they were just like walk in a circle in the middle of like, it wasn't even a crosswalk. So I guess the reason they can do that is because they can kind of get away and like sneak by bylaws and Western laws
yeah.
because it's just the crossing spot.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they
so
kind of
it's
like,
not like you're not
against
actually
the law.
like you're not like
Is
obstructing
everything
traffic.
like back to normal like after COVID and everything? Pretty much, like.
yeah, how is that?
well, I never went to school before COVID, so I don't know if things are really changed, but there's no like COVID protocols.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
mask
So,
mandates
no,
still. None
I
of
guess
that.
that's probably
Yeah.
been
It's all
like
Yeah.
that for a while.
Yeah,
But now,
but yeah, CUPE strikes still, and like they weren't even on like a crossing spot. They were doing a lap, just like doing a circle.
on the street, like, in
And
the
I
street
waited to
somewhere?
make a left for like 15 minutes.
You ever see those
And I was like,
videos
this
of those
is so
guys in their
dumb.
like AMGs just going up and backing up to the people sitting and revving their engines and driving right through them?
yeah.
I don't know if that's,
That's hilarious.
maybe driving not right through
Yeah.
them, but like,
Then they were like, "Oh, sorry. Like I had my window down because I was like, okay, turn my AC off. Like I don't want to burn my fuel right now."
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, sorry. Thanks for your patience." And I was just like,
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna say? It's just-
And that I was like, okay, that cannot be legal. Like just walking a circle in the middle of the road. Anyone else walking a circle in the middle of the road, someone would call you in and
Yeah,
someone would be
yeah,
like, get off the street.
Yeah.
Like that's unsafe.
Yeah.
That's honestly unsafe.
Yeah.
'Cause
and there's
then
no
I saw-
security. I mean, they can't do anything about it.
the security are
there's
just
probably
standing
some
there.
like bullshit protester like
law.
Yeah.
Or like something weird that protects them in some
Yeah.
way, or like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do then? Run them over?
Yeah.
Right.
Or like,
yeah.
I guess if
one
no
guy,
one-
I did almost see one guy get run over, like actually, and
Wow.
like slam brakes, and then he just like was looking at the guy in his car, and he had this like cowbell ringing, and he's like,
it just reverse up and back in.
"Oh my god!" But it is a traffic hazard, and like already those intersections on at busy times are
especially
packed,
when
and
it
there's so
starts
many
getting, like-
pedestrians. Like I am actually like I cannot believe this is still happening. Like it is actually a safety hazard.
Especially now that it gets dark out.
Right, exactly.
Like, how are you gonna see the people?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You'll just hear their cowbells. So
Right. Or you just hear a scream. Oh,
Yeah.
my leg's broken. He ran over my
Yeah, big-
leg, foot.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's happening in Western right
Yeah.
now, eh? Other than that, though, how are the classes? Are they packed?
My first year classes definitely were. Like I'm in kinesiology, so we had a bunch of first year classes everyone took. 500 people in a class. My biology lecture was crazy. There was like 2,800 kids in first year biology.
How do you fit so many people in a class?
Well, there was like I think 3 or 4 different times. So there was like 800 people in my biology lecture.
In
And
what
it's
though?
just
Like
the one-
it's this
In
you're
the big
talking-
auditorium, sorry.
Okay, like
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
go to
yeah.
school. Like
Yeah.
I don't have these like
No, yeah.
visuals in my head. Like
Big auditorium.
800. Like that's
I could probably look it
insane.
up.
That
no,
is insane.
and the thing is, like, especially when there's that many kids in a class, like
I can't even
could
picture
tell.
800 people.
No,
like,
In
I
an
know.
auditorium.
I mean, maybe like 400 at the end of the year, but
Yeah,
like
but
empty
still,
seats.
yeah.
But still, like first day, I was like, am I getting a seat in here?
yeah.
It was crazy.
Like, do people sit on like the steps? They don't even get a desk.
I mean,
like,
if
it
it's
probably
a massive
could happen.
auditorium, then like I'm sure it holds.
Yeah.
But
I noticed in that course, like, because there's so many people taking that class, they really were trying to like trick you and wean out people, right? Like, because there's
Yeah.
so many people, it was a really challenging course because they can't accept 2,500 people into whatever it is next.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
it was
guess
definitely a
as
tough,
the
like-
years go on, the class sizes get smaller and smaller
Yeah,
because
only
people
because
just
you
can't
yeah.
cut it.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can get more specific with classes versus
Yeah.
first year. You have a lot
So
more like
general.
prerequisite. Like you have to take phys, anatomy, biology before you can take
So
something
is it
specific
second
like
year
athletic
now?
injuries. Yeah, I'm in my second year now.
Is it hard? Like is it
It
a lot?
knock on wood, not so far.
Is it because of the course load like this year? Like, or is it just like
Yeah, I would say like last year I had anatomy, bio, physiology,
In
and then
one
2
semester?
psychologies. Yeah,
One
So
semester.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
And like they were all like very like exams were like here's a sentence and like whatever, here's 5 answers, and it would be like I can pick A 1, 2, and 3. B
Yeah.
1 and 3,
Yeah, yeah.
C 2 and 4, D 4 only, or all of the above.
Hmm.
And even if it was like 1, 2, and 3, and you picked 1 and 3, you forgot 2, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
Zero.
Zero.
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like it
That's
was
hardcore.
Just like
was
mind games,
tricky.
like tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And it's like they
understand the
almost-
need for precision,
Yeah.
but like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
They try to trick you, right?
Yeah.
It's just
But
like
when there's so many kids too, like they have to,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something has to distinguish you.
I wonder if people cheat. Like, how many cheaters are out there?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And it's like how do
Chat
they like?
GPT too, like a bunch
Yeah.
of people like get plagiarized and get a note in their whatever their file that
Really?
people can see.
That
Yeah.
they've used
Yeah.
assistants or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
got
it's
to be
like-
careful about that. Like it's definitely a good tool, time and place, like to understand
yeah.
how to do something,
Even
but
probably
don't
like
say write an
smartwatches.
essay.
You write an exam, everything.
Yeah,
is on your watch.
yeah.
Yeah, I
They
don't know,
always
I
say
don't
like
know.
take your smartwatch off. One exam I did forget and I got scared, but I like tucked it in and I was fine. But I
Yeah.
actually just genuinely forgot to take it
Yeah,
off. And I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, like I'm gonna get a 0 on this exam. But
Yeah. How many people are walking around just to check if people cheat? A lot.
so many, like yeah, there's
Imagine
like
being
proctors,
that guy.
proctors.
Imagine
yeah.
being that person
Yeah.
and be like walking around and be like, "You're cheating," and everybody's just like getting their head up. There's
yeah.
like 200 people just writing an exam.
No,
like,
if you look up during an exam, like there's a good chance like someone's like looking at you, and
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if you're looking up, they're like trying to see what you're
so
what you're up
freaky, you know.
to.
You just like
Yeah.
look up and they're just staring at you. like you make eye contact.
No, I know that it throws me off. I'm like, okay, now I forget what I'm gonna write. Like,
What was the answer again?
Oh, that's awesome. So midterms must be coming up soon, then, right?
yeah. What's actually nice is last year, my reading week was after 4 of my midterms. So I had like classes content going.
Yeah.
And then I had to study and do my midterms on top of it.
Yeah.
So like last year, end of October, I was done. Like
Yeah.
I was so done. But reading week is actually next week. I'm actually done. I don't have any more classes tomorrow or Friday.
Oh, no way.
So I got like a week and a bit off. And then I have
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that.
yeah,
You
and then
wrong.
I have an exam the 22nd, so 2 weeks. So I'm feeling a lot better because I can kind of like use this week as like okay, no content coming my way, like just focus on getting
What's
yeah,
there? Yeah.
understanding what has been presented. But last year it was so like it was a lot.
Do you get like conflicts between exams?
No, they set it
No?
up pretty well.
Yeah.
But like if you do have like an exam within 24 hours of each other,
You can-
I don't think you get consideration. Or like there's something weird about if you have 3 in 24 hours, you can like make a makeup time
Yeah.
for one of them. But like
Two
if
is
they're not
acceptable.
at the same time, like you're doing them both. Like
Wow.
they can't
So you
they
could
can't
literally
accommodate
have one at
everyone.
like
Yeah,
10
you
a.m.
wouldn't.
and
Yeah.
then one at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are they going to do? I guess
No,
like,
true.
You can't.
And
It's
some midterms
university.
have happened already. Like
Yeah.
I think my roommates have had a couple, and a couple people have had some. They said, but like thankfully, I only have 3 as well versus 5 last year.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a little better.
I guess there's so many courses that people are taking. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
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 You're going to get overlapping.
Right.
Yeah. So
And it's just like tough luck. too,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Right. Suck it up. Just do
Yeah.
it. Damn.
Yeah. And then I got 4 exams that my first one is December 10th. So when's my last midterm? October 30th. Then a month and a week I have my first exam.
Final.
So yeah, but again, only 4 exams this year instead of 5. Like
What
last
about
year,
next semester?
last year I wrote 20 midterms and exams, like 5, 5, 5, 5.
Wow.
So it was like, it was just always studying.
Yeah.
I actually feel like I have time now, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah,
Right? Like
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god,
Does
I
it
can live a life.
progressively get like that each year, and it's just kind of the luck of the draw, or like depending probably what you want?
It kind of depends too. You can also kind of look on old syllabus, like syllabi, and see if usually there is an exam or not. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to kind of cut it down a bit.
Yeah.
And then like
Oh, yeah.
fourth year I'll have like a placement. So that won't have like an exam. It might have like a final activity. You also have to take so many like essay courses as a part of your degree. So those usually might not have a final, but
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 24-hour take-home project,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an assignment gets released, you have to write about it. Yeah. But first year is very like, I think it's also because there's so many people,
Right.
like 500 people in a class. No way that they're going to mark short answers and like a paper. It's multiple choice. Put it in those
Yeah.
Scantrons.
Yeah.
You guys
Right.
know what Scantrons
Yeah,
are?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easy, done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it will be impossible. Imagine like marking.
Yeah.
That's where
500
these.
exams.
That's where the TAs come in.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, literally. But then there's the whole like,
They're like, no,
oh,
pay me
like
more.
marking fairly, like what, like sometimes people can get specific, like, oh, is this half a mark? Is this a mark? So I think they were kind of just like multiple choices, the easy, like,
Yeah, put it in
yes
a
or
machine,
no,
spit
yes or
out a
no.
score, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it would be like 3 answers, you get 2 right, but the third one is just like 0 points.
So
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
go? Will you go home on the reading week?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back probably Friday evening, go down for a bit. I actually have to come back up because one of my classes, it's like a specific population, like exercise, like figuring out how to prescribe exercise for like
Yeah,
different
yeah.
types of populations. So I have to like attend like a senior fitness class and stuff. So I got to come back up and watch. I have to watch senior bowling at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
And just
so-
observe?
Well, I hope I can play, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I didn't
Where?
really.
Do you know where?
At Fleetway.
Fleetway.
I was okay. So that's small world. I
Yeah.
was there. We were there last night.
Yeah.
Tatum had a birthday party there, and it was probably like what time did it end? Like 7 or so.
Yeah.
And when we went in, it was a ghost town. We came out of like the play area in the back.
Yeah.
Man, you'll like it's an environment. Like there
Yeah.
was people walking
It's
in,
culture.
like guys you could tell was straight coming from his like corporate job, suit
Yeah.
and tie, and they all have like their
Ready to,
specific
like,
bag,
walk.
like it's like
Yeah.
a hockey bag on wheels,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
but it like fits the ball, like their ball in their shoes,
That's
and I was like,
hilarious.
oh, this is like
Bowling. We should
It's
actually do a
legit.
Like
Showtime
elite.
bowling.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
we could get it set up at Fleetway pretty
Fleetway,
easy,
yeah.
I'm sure. Like,
And
yeah, I
just-
was there at Fleetway last night, and it must have been league night or something. And
Yeah.
it was just like, Man, all their team jerseys
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
They get like
Yeah.
people
Oh,
like
yeah.
that get like you know like they get fitted out.
Yeah.
yeah, it was that would be
okay.
interesting.
It'll be awesome.
Get like glasses.
Wednesday
you know,
must be
just,
senior
like-
night, and then Tuesday is corporate night, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I guess because I was just thinking in my head,
Yeah.
like I don't. It definitely wasn't all like seniors. Like
No.
this was like
Oh, these
people
guys
in
are
their
like
prime bowling.
right,
days.
Yeah.
taking, like-
yeah. So
It's like this is my time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We should do it.
Yeah, they look
Just
forward to it
Showtime
every
bowling.
week.
It's just
That
like,
would
what do
be
they just have
awesome.
like
Yeah.
paramedics on in case someone
Yeah,
twists their ankle? Then
yeah.
you can pull them over and tell them how to like stretch
yeah,
it out.
yeah. Maybe that's what they're gonna like put us in scenarios. They're gonna pretend to like have a heart attack.
CPR.
10. There's probably
Yeah,
some real ones that
true.
go down there.
Hopefully nothing serious.
No, hopefully
Now
no
we
fights
s-
either.
speak it-
I'm sure they could get
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm sure
Like,
there's
George, you cheated. Your foot crossed the line.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, like dolphins.
Yeah, but
You're wearing spiked shoes, like
yeah.
Let me see your fingers. You got glue on them.
no chalk. Too funny. No, but I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'll come back for that. Spend the night, chill back up here,
Because it's not.
go back
It's
home
just
for a
like
bit.
Sarnia, right? So
Yeah,
it's not that
an
bad at
hour.
all,
Like
yeah.
I'm not even in Sarnia. Do you know where Petrolia
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
I'm there,
Jada's
so-
family there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a-
right there.
not a
That's
bad
not
drive.
too far,
Yeah.
No, and I feel like that's
It's
kind of
easy
why.
to drive too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like one of my reasons for Western was just like I didn't want to have to deal with the 401 traffic and like
Toronto
just
and
like
stuff,
2
yeah.
hours turning into 2.5 one day.
Yeah.
and,
Right.
You know,
3 or
far enough that it's like I'm not going back a lot. But
Yeah. Was Western just number one? You didn't even consider other schools?
I applied. Okay, this is actually kind of an interesting question too because I didn't even tour Western. I didn't tour any schools. I just kind of like felt like in the back of my head, like I was like, yeah, it's chill for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good degree. Like,
Yep.
I
It's a
just-
good school. I
yeah,
mean, Western is a great
exactly.
school.
Yeah, I love the campus. Like, it's
Yeah.
big, but I like that. You
Yeah.
know, it's honestly well maintained. Like, even with the strike, I haven't been like, oh, this campus is gross.
Yeah.
Parking is annoying, but that's kind of like they do that so there isn't a lot of traffic in campus,
Yeah.
right?
My brother did kinesiology in Windsor.
The Lancers. It's a good school too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I applied to Windsor. I applied to Waterloo, Western, and Brock, I believe, and maybe Laurier. I got them all, but I was like, well, Western,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
closest.
Why not, right?
Yeah, and like I feel like I personally knew the most about like that degree and like saw it as like a good degree.
Yeah, yeah.
Also at Western, you can do kinesiology as a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or a clinical module. So I was doing biology.
That's a lot of options.
Yeah, thinking I was going to do the Bachelor of Science.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I actually hate biology because I don't like going to a class with 800 people where the prof, like, it feels like the prof is out to get me.
Yeah.
Right? So I, yeah, like, not my
Crosshairs.
yeah, but so I'm doing clinical kin because I'm thinking of doing like physio or something after that.
Yeah.
So again, 4th year placement, good for resume, good experience, good connections.
So where's that? Do they know? Like, where do you go for that? Like Fowler Kennedy or something,
Yeah, yeah,
or like a bunch of whatever.
yeah,
rehab?
yeah. So there's just like a couple specific like athletic injuries, taping.
Yeah.
I think there's like a little bit more on like ethics and like legal issues in practice.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Like those are interesting topics.
what
to
what
me.
made you choose like HK, like human kinetics? or whatever?
Well, I grew up in like doing dance, competitive dance for like 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And I always thought I wanted to like own a dance studio. But then I was like, okay, realistically, to go and get a degree in dance or business and to like really make a living off of that, it's hard when there's so many established places.
Yeah.
And ideally, like I think I'd want to own my own studio. I also just kind of like lost passion for it, just like growing up, right?
Right.
Like I did
Yeah.
it, I did it, but it's like your high school sport.
But you could do like
it and you're
be a physiotherapist for the Olympic team or something.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Any team really,
Yeah.
but let alone dance.
Yeah.
and
Any
stuff,
team
for
with
sure.
physiotherapy, you can literally go to like any anything.
Yeah, you can
Own your own clinic.
Old
Yeah.
age bowling.
yeah, Fleetway. That's my top choice. Senior nights at 8 p.m. But yeah, even like in hospital,
Anywhere.
private practice once
Yeah.
you can build a clientele and you feel confident doing that. But I had a physiotherapist that was super cool and he was just like, a super down to earth person. Like he made his job seem interesting. I like appreciated the practice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, this is something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, and I kind of like, even like massage was something that I was like, oh, that would be kind of cool, but like just that's so draining
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
body.
yeah.
I was like,
You might do that. And
Yeah.
Like, I can use my brain instead
yeah,
of my.
exactly. So it does have like a little bit of that aspect, but not entire practice being like physical therapy that's draining on you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then obviously like I've only been in the gym for a couple years, but like I love fitness. I think that like learning about the body is so cool. So even just like it was something that I was interested in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I say that all the time. The reason why I did well and I enjoyed it was because I actually like appreciated it and like would go to class and I was like, that's so cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
if I didn't like what I was studying or have an
Right.
interest in it, I don't know how people do that.
Which
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
can't-
people,
You know what
there
I
are
mean? Yeah.
more people like that
Yeah,
than
and
people
I
like
have
you.
no idea,
Yeah.
like-
Just going for a career
Yeah,
sake.
and
like-
their motivation is so extrinsic, but like how do you keep that extrinsic of motivation and put yourself through that much work? Like
Yeah.
personally I don't think I could.
Right.
Just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this for whatever, like for this title, for this.
Or it's just like not a waste, but then you're like, okay, now I know what I don't want to do after school, and
Right.
And it's like, are you going to be happy? Like, are you going to do
Right.
this? Get into that career that you're.
Well, good
hoping-
for you. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that. I mean, the fact that you actually know what you want and
Yeah.
you're going after that.
Yeah, totally.
That's great. Whereas in
Yeah.
like a lot of people just go there just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like even like a lot of pressure from like parents too. Like
No,
parents
totally.
are like, no, you're going to university. There's no
Yeah.
other option. It's like, what if the kid doesn't want to go to university?
Yeah, what if
what
they're
if the
not
kid
good-
wants to go
yeah.
trade school, for
Yeah,
example? You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like do different things, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, no, you're forced, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like then what's the point, right? The kid's gonna be miserable for like 4 or 5
I
years.
already
Yeah.
know what university Tatum's going to do and what she's going to study.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. See?
Yeah. Good for you.
Right? No, but that's awesome, man.
No.
Good for
Yeah.
you. That's
Yeah.
you rarely meet people who actually like are
Yeah.
dedicated and enjoy. Like
Yeah.
you seem to enjoy going
Yeah.
to class and,
Yeah.
and learning and.
Do you
and
do any
appreciate
like
everything.
dance stuff anymore?
Not really. I did over the summer actually. I did some like acro classes at my studio back home, but like not
Yeah.
really when I'm here. I come here and like whatever. Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
like
yeah.
practice my handstands and stuff and make sure
That's
I can
cool.
still flip for cool party tricks. But
Really?
That's about it. Yeah.
Clear the table. Like what flip? Like
I'll go down and I'll show you one time.
Like a backflip?
Not
Front
like
flip?
a backflip, but like some cool
Up over,
Oh,
things.
like,
I yeah.
on your hands, like you can do
Yeah.
a cartwheel.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, yeah, really, that's
yeah,
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I kind of and like I feel like because I did it for so long, it's so muscle memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For
probably.
me, right?
It's
And
like
even I'll be
riding
like,
a
oh my god,
bicycle
I
for
feel
you.
like I've lost
Yeah.
my flexibility, and I'm like, okay, wait, like I can still like touch my toes, like half the people can't. But you know what I mean?
Next,
So
I'm mental noting that.
'Kay.
Which I gotta get
Yeah.
Tatum in gymnastics.
Yeah.
And like dance.
She'd love
so
it.
like,
Yeah.
next time I'm gonna be like, T, you want to see a little party trick?
Yeah.
If you're
It's
here,
like-
you know, it's like.
Hips
Yeah.
right there from
Yeah.
Montana, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And like I definitely appreciated it and I loved it, but I think it was also just like I grew up and didn't love it as much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Just
normal. Like nothing
lose the
happened.
passion
Exactly.
for
I
it,
just
then
did
that's
it.
okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
I have a sister. Yeah. So she lives in like Leamington.
Oh yeah.
And she works as a PSW.
Oh,
so
nice.
she's just
Cool.
down there. Yeah. I don't see her too much, but we stay in touch over like
Nice.
social
yeah,
media
yeah.
and whatever,
Yeah.
right? Technology.
So here's a question: why Showtime, or how'd you come out to Showtime?
So I was at Border City in Sarnia, which do you know Border City?
No.
You might know those guys. Like you might have helped us load. Like, they got a bunch of equipment. Like, Brooke.
Yeah, Brooke and
Oh
Patty.
yes, I do.
I don't
know
They
where
came
or
here. They
why.
came here sometimes
Yeah.
and work out
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They in Sarnia there was Sharky's gym was around forever. He kind of like I don't know exactly what
Yeah.
happened.
Dissolved it.
Dissolved
down
it
to Down, nothing.
out of there one day. Just fob doesn't work.
Yeah. yeah. It was a funky story.
Actually, like
but that was
I
there
like, where's
forever,
the 2
man.
months that I
It
just
would have
paid
been
for?
like it'll be it would-
24 access, like 24 hours. What?
Sharky's would be the equivalent, like probably what happened there would be the equivalent of like me being open for 20 years and then over like a course of 6 months, just like,
Never mind.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sharky's was
Interesting.
like one, like Jade went there, like when she lived in Sarnia.
Yeah,
and
it was
everything.
around
So,
for a long time.
yeah.
Anywho, they like bought all Sharky's equipment, kind of like revamped it, made their own Border City barbell is what
Yeah.
it's called. So I was like talking to her about going to school, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna look around for some gyms. And she's like, oh, check out Showtime. And then I was talking to someone, and I was like, oh yeah, like someone told me to check out Showtime. And they were like, yeah, go check it out. So then I checked it out. I didn't look at any other gyms. Like I came in that one day.
Yeah.
You were there. I think Jade and Tatum were there.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's a week. Like try it out. Let me
It's
know
all
how
part
it
of the
goes.
plan.
And I was like,
just try
hey,
and keep
perfect.
T around as much as I can.
Yeah. yeah. And I was like, okay, works for me. Like
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love the vibe, like atmosphere. I feel like there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I feel like there is that like you do your thing, you don't have to talk to anyone, but people are there to talk and
Yeah,
help and like
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot of people through the gym.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
and when you're there all the time with each other, like you just
It's so
just do.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how comfortable are you like coming in here? Like you're never uncomfortable coming to this place.
like yeah.
And might be for a little bit at the
Yeah, like
beginning.
at first, as soon as you're like kind of
Right.
like,
Yeah.
not even to say like outside the bubble, but like it is a more intimate gym. So
Yeah.
like if you go to a hotel gym and there's you and another guy in there, you're like, don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a
Yeah.
little bit of that at first,
Yeah.
and then it's like instantly
Yeah.
you're just like sucked
Yeah.
into the bubble.
Yeah, and
where
then I'm
it's
like, okay, like I can like do an exam and be beat and just come here and like it doesn't even
Yeah.
matter.
Right,
Right. Like
right.
I mean not that it does anywhere, but
Yeah.
totally.
Well, cool.
It's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't. I think I haven't been down there. I gotta go down and see. them.
Border?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll go for a road trip.
We
if you want
should
to.
because
Mm-hmm.
they have not that it they have a like they've probably gotten 3 or 4 pieces of equipment and like
Yeah.
it's a like yeah it's a cool gym
Yeah,
like I would
yeah.
definitely go
Yeah.
like would need to go down there next
Alright.
time I'm in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the next road trip.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And even I think that's
down.
also why I wanted to come to Showtime was I never really went to like a big box gym
Yeah.
and the few experience I did have when I was like whatever out at a dance comp and I needed to get a lift in,
Yeah.
go to whatever Fit for Less.
Mm.
It's just like it isn't like the same vibe. It really isn't, you know.
That's like
there
me
isn't
and
a
you. Like
community.
we went to when we went to the Good Life in Windsor. It was like this is a gym like I grew up at, and it's still
Yeah.
like even if it's an awesome big box gym,
Yeah.
it's like it's still not like
Yeah.
a Showtime or a smaller gym.
Yeah.
Like even if it is, like I could go to that gym every day.
Yeah.
But if I had 2 memberships, I'd still probably end up at the like the more.
And
private
I'd probably
one every
drive
time.
further just to come here
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to go to a gym
Yeah,
than
yeah.
like go to like a gym that's like next door, big box
Mm-hmm.
gym next
yeah,
door. Right?
totally.
And but yeah, I mean, I never liked going to big box gyms anyways
Mm-hmm.
because when I first started working out, it was in my high school gym. So that right there is just like, you know, your high school gym.
Mm.
And then I went to university and then we worked out with the athletes. So once again, it's also just like, you know, dedicated
Like-minded
just
people.
to
Yeah,
right
yeah,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
and then after university then I went to big gyms or whatever and it was okay, but it was always that like, you know, you're just annoyed with you,
Yeah,
you
right
just-
though. But I'll
Yeah.
give you think if COVID would have happened, you would have ever ended up here?
probably not
Yeah. So
100%
fuck
not
this
like
guy.
Yeah.
what do you mean? But if
For real. Get him off the mic.
Yeah,
Turn it off.
seriously. This guy's a fiend.
fake, yeah. So I
But
mean,
that's funny though. Like maybe you. It's not to say you wouldn't have, but like,
I mean you can't, nobody
but like
would know,
No.
right?
that was
But
what triggered you guys,
Yeah.
right? It's
100%.
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
and that's why I like circling over to that. Like that's why I was like so adamant on not like during COVID. Like I didn't take on any new members
Mm-hmm.
because I own like everyone that like if there was an announcement about some bullshit closing down,
Mm-hmm.
I'd get 100 emails
Yeah.
saying, "Can I come?" And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay, I'm not taking anyone now because like 99% of these people they want it for the wrong reason."
Yeah,
Right.
totally. Yeah.
AKA,
Yeah.
right here.
I can't even look at him.
look at that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is like that's a massive storm.
But no, like that's funny to think about. If that hadn't happened, like,
Like,
Yeah.
it would
I-
have maybe you would have ended up here in a different way. But like,
Yeah, and it's funny
somehow-
how you realize like it's so important to you though, like
Yeah.
the community aspect
It
of
is.
it. And like maybe that's also a big part of why like the Gen Pop can't like keep working out is because you go to a big
Yeah.
box gym like that, you
And I
feel
f-
like you're doing your thing, you go home, you don't connect with anyone. And maybe like the reason
Yeah.
why it was important to me I stuck with the gym was because I started in an environment like that
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
people were chill, people were talking to you, right?
Yeah.
Like that is a big deterrent for people, like just the social aspect or feeling
Yeah.
comfortable.
But
and-
I gotta say, I also was never aware of the aspect of private gyms. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I mean?
I always think like, not to sound like corny to my own thing, but it's like even, and I don't know, this could be wrong, like, and this could just be what I like tell myself in my head, but like, I think that the aspect or the concept of only having a certain amount of members creates like another like layer to like separates it from just like the local owned gyms, because like not
Yeah.
like Barbell or like all the other
Yeah.
places, like if people are wanting to sign up, they're never going to shut the door.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's more
Yeah,
and more and
totally.
more and more. Whereas
Yeah.
like if you know that like you're part of a limited number, then like it's even more of like
Yeah.
a community.
But it's
And it shows what
exclusive.
you-
It's, you shows
yeah.
like exclusivity, right?
And you
It's
as a
just like-
brand, like
Yeah.
you're not just here to rack in dough.
Yeah.
Like it's your living, of course, but you also are like
long term. Yeah, for sure.
exactly. And even day passes, like sometimes that can get annoying, but that's a big like money like for big
Right.
gyms, right?
Yeah.
Like I paid $25 for a day pass at Fit for Lads.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
and that's
I mean,
why I'm
yeah.
like no, like
Yeah.
hardcore, like no
Yeah.
guest passes, because like,
Yeah.
and then if members see people just coming in on one offs, they're like,
Yeah.
it's like 5% less private than I like.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like if you know
Yeah.
no one's gonna come in for a day pass,
Right.
like I'd
Yeah.
rather like it's not about the money. I'd rather be like if you have someone that wants to come in,
Yeah,
try it
yeah,
out,
you
like,
said that,
like
yeah.
versus like
Yeah.
coming paying a day pass once a weekend because you just want
Right.
to switch it up. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah, yeah. And then like obviously you can't always decide like, oh, members are going to keep it clean, but like I feel like there is a better like again when you are a part of
Yeah,
a
there's
community,
more like a
it's your
mutual
guys'
respect.
space
Yeah.
versus like, oh, I'm just here for the day, I'm gonna
Right.
just
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
fuck around,
totally, yeah.
right?
And you care. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you go to Good Life, I don't really care, right?
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
But a lot of people would come here to like even just film for a day.
yeah.
You know, like whereas like at least if it's a member, then a member can do what they want, whatever
Yeah,
they want to do. But like
yeah.
if someone's just coming in to get a day pass to like
Yeah.
set up all their shit for 3
And that's
hours.
more of a like using your space for like their own
yeah,
like whatever their own
like benefit
profit,
and everything.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's like I think a lot of people who do come here and stay here really appreciate it and know the value
Yeah.
what it has here.
Yeah,
It's
and even just like leaving your stuff everywhere. Like
Right.
I've thrown my stuff like not around the gym.
Yeah,
sorry,
I
that's
just
me.
throw my shit
no,
everywhere.
No,
No,
but like
but,
I'll
like-
leave my bag.
Yeah.
I don't need to lock it in a locker. Like little things like that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Well, it's like someone will joke, right? Like, oh, I lost whatever, my wallet's
Yeah.
there, and it's like, well, I'll go check, but like I can. It's almost like it's pride when
Yeah.
it's like that thing. I've left my wallet sitting on the front counter for 2
Yeah.
days in a row,
Yeah.
and like no one, like
Yeah.
people are afraid to touch it,
Yeah.
versus like
yeah,
just like
totally.
I mean, yeah, you
obviously shit happens, but like not really,
Right.
not really anything's
Yeah.
really happened where
Yeah.
like
And I think it all comes into that like again if it's like your community gym
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's you feel comfortable, it's like homey, it's not like I'm in this like gym like I'm not in this public space, it doesn't feel like a public
yeah,
space.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's like you're part of a family.
Yeah, yeah.
And but you're right though. It's like shit. Like how many times people have gone to like gyms, left their phone there. You'll never see that phone
Oh,
again.
No,
10
for
minutes.
real.
As soon as
You know,
someone's
Yeah.
hoping you leave it there, so they go take
so
it.
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
right. So it's like here.
I get on the machine and do a set and my phone's gone.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
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 like-
So and like here, you just like. Whatever. I mean, I take shit from the gym, like remotes and shit, put them in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I got a
I
fucking
guess it's
remote.
coming
Yeah.
back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's just like, shit, I got the TV remote. Ian's like texting
Yeah.
me, hey, you got the remote? I'm the first person
Yeah.
to probably like text. So it's like, yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah. And even like the music, I like how everyone can just connect. Like
Yeah.
it's not like the same.
Yeah, it
pop
monitors itself
playlist,
pretty
right?
good.
Like,
It's like you got to
Yeah,
just play
there's no
with it.
rules, but it
Sometimes
figures
it's
itself
like
out.
it's maybe a little loud and
Yeah.
metal, and then but
Right.
like that's
Yeah.
gonna happen when you have that many people like
Yeah.
self-governing
Right.
themselves. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bound to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's like
cool.
most of the time it's like,
No, yeah,
you come
majority,
in,
yeah.
people are like, okay, blast the music.
The
It's
weirdest thing is like I'll go down there, it'll be like 6 or 7 people in there with like no music, and I'm like, you guys psychopaths, like put some
Yeah,
music
yeah.
on.
At
here.
least
Like,
just like anybody. But
Yeah,
it's like, I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
people are afraid. It's just like, maybe people don't like what I listen to, right?
Probably, yeah.
Right?
Or sometimes like I feel like I'm listening to like hardcore raps. I'm like, okay, I don't want any, like to disrespect anyone, to
Right.
be honest.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I guess that comes with the nature of the type of member.
But sometimes I'm also like in the mood where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play it. Like, I
exactly.
hope you like.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of cool because I've gotten a few like, hey, like your playlist
Yeah,
is good.
yeah.
Yes,
Thanks.
that's
Like,
exactly.
you know what I
People are
mean?
like, shit, what is this?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
What is
let me
this?
Shazam this, right? In the background, just like Shazamming. This is
But
sick.
it's funny, like you will see people like
Hey, Siri, what's this song?
yeah. You know, like jumping in, like it's funny when people get to express themselves over the speaker because you know there's just like you know like
You walk in and someone's like,
or the opposite. The funniest is like
Go harder, go harder.
but the funniest is like one of the girls, like the younger, like one of the girls there, like she's like nice, innocent white girl, and just plays the most hardcore rap. And
That's
we're like,
literally me.
yeah,
that's
that's
what I
awesome.
love that shit. You know, it's just like, it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's literally me.
It's like when mine comes on, it's just like hardcore rap, metal, and then Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tatum's playlist
Yeah.
comes on. It's like,
Do you guys ever have those weird days where like you go right off your like out of your like playlist that you usually use and like like I'm hardcore rap all the time, but then once in a while I'm like, I need some like Adele.
yeah,
Do
oh
you
yeah.
ever have that?
Oh, if you go
Yeah.
through, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
I get so
I-
tired of my music, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
actually how I found this podcast was because like I was working for the city doing nothing all day. I was like, I can't listen to these songs anymore.
Yeah.
Like this is horrible.
Do you listen to many other podcasts? I don't know if
No.
I asked. Really?
No.
So you're not even like a podcast listener per
no,
se?
no.
But
Really?
that's like cool because it's like she's listening to people that she actually is like around.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you can
and we were
relate
So
to
there,
that's
it.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, you-
and I
I-
like the conversation. Like literally, I like how it's just like there's no like, okay, this is our topic, this is our script. Like it's so random.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to listen to a podcast that was like too similar, like
Too specific.
asking the guests the same
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
You know, like let's just say business podcast. 20 questions you alternate through. Like,
Yeah.
of course, everyone has something different to say.
You know what we should
But-
do though? Now that talk about like 20 questions, like we should have like maybe like guests or something can put in on this, but like we should have like five like
Every
super
question-
unique
Yeah.
questions where it's like, you know, like if you were trapped here and only had this, and
Yeah,
that, like
yeah.
super, like we'd have to really
Yeah.
spend
Yeah.
some time thinking of some like
Yeah.
really
well,
cool
what
questions.
about just like
Smoke a J and then
every
just like
Yeah.
every
they
day?
come- yeah, that's
what about
that's what I
everyday
do.
questions? Just like we'll figure out the question that we ask every guest.
That's what I mean. It's like have 5 of those questions that are like every guest get asked if they were on a desert island
Yeah.
with this weapon,
Yeah.
this animal, and this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
How
How
would
are you
eat?
surviving? Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
there are like 5, like you know, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
cool.
Yeah,
ones.
what
true.
food
Yeah, that'd
would
be
you
fun.
eat for the rest of your
Yeah,
life if it
yeah.
was only one
Yeah,
one
yeah.
food option? Pizza, baby, let's go.
Oh, that's too basic of a question.
Pizza?
Yeah, pizza, 100%.
Yeah, same, but
There you go.
The pizza?
yeah, but like
Pizza at the
I'm
party was
thinking of,
good.
like the
Pizza
guest.
at the party? Good.
Yeah, Pizza Project.
Good.
Shout out Jake.
You'll see that. You'll stop in for a slice at Fleetway.
Fleetway,
Okay,
yeah.
sounds
They're
good.
there, but
What's his name?
Jake is
Jake.
my
But the
brother.
pizza
Like,
is
Jake,
like-
how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in forever.
Did you listen to my
love doing
podcast?
that, Yeah, you know me, right? Do you want my autograph? Like you can sell it on eBay, but
Yeah, but we should come up with
like, you know, like, okay,
it
like-
makes it fun.
No, totally.
It opens up a
and you can
whole
see like same
conversation.
question interpreted.
Yeah,
different
like
ways. Like, that's
extract
cool.
that out
Yeah.
further. Like
Yeah.
oh, pizza. Okay, so like brainstorm here. Like if you like, what's your favorite food? But like you only had one way, like to
Yeah.
Yeah,
make
so
it,
if,
or
yeah,
like,
so
so you left it up to that person to be like super creative to answer the question. Like
Yeah.
someone would be like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll microwave it or something. The next one would be like,
yeah.
no, that's sack, you know?
no, but like no, they would be like, I would go get. Like I don't know, they'd come up with some
Yeah.
extravagant.
Yeah, Woodstone. I'd
creative-
buy it. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd buy it. Yeah.
I don't know. We gotta like think of like
Okay, no,
some
that's true.
really outside the box questions.
Yeah.
Like
and like I appreciate that, seeing the same question answered so differently. Like I
Yeah.
think that's so cool. And I think that's like the point of life is to hear different things from different people.
Something like you would
right?
never think of someone answering
Yeah,
that question
yeah.
that
Right.
way.
Yeah,
And
but
then
I also
people will
love.
like actually like then is like when's the next? I want to hear what that person has to say regarding that
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
It's like
First
Yeah,
person is
true,
like, I've been waiting to answer this question for a year now.
I've been thinking about
He
it.
pulls out a laptop. It's got like a full
It's a
PowerPoint.
thesis statement. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Too
That'd
funny.
be cool. We gotta, that's
'Kay.
one we gotta.
Yeah, that's a good
definitely
idea. That's a good
brainstorm.
idea. The Showtime
great.
questions.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like on cue too, or on brand too. But
That's
No,
awesome.
no, I appreciate it's like a conversation though. Like, of course, have questions like, but questions pop up
Yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
right? So I like
And it's
that,
like,
and even
I-
topics. Like,
yeah.
I can't listen to 3 hours of you telling me about one thing.
I know, and like if you have, like a student or like whatever, if someone comes in and they have a certain profession or expertise, whatever, like that just like gets drawn out
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
naturally
exactly,
in conversation.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Well, that's
versus,
why we
like-
went to you, right? It's just like, okay, university, tell us what's going on here, there, whatever, right? So it's like I'd like to know because it's always, it's probably different
Yeah,
than
always
when we used to
changing.
go to school,
Yeah.
how it is now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
when we used to go to school.
Yeah, like, did you guys ever like use pencil and paper in college or university?
high school.
I did.
I used it in
You
grade
used to pencil-
7.
Like I don't. Like we don't.
I did. I had pencil, paper,
Laptop,
all that
iPad.
shit.
I had
with,
like
a pen.
in college, I had one binder and nothing ever went in it, and then I
Yeah.
was done
Yeah.
a week
Yeah.
later. So
Yeah.
I never like high school. pad and
pencil, paper, dude. I'm that old. I'm
High
telling
school
you.
pad and pencil. I stopped using that.
I had a sharpener too.
Yeah,
for the
that's
pencil.
crazy. They're not mechanical.
But no, I can't talk to school. I was like,
That's all right.
But I feel like going to school is, or like university specifically, is definitely not as like needed of a thing as like some people used to see. it.
yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure,
mean?
Yeah.
for sure.
And I also think it's just like the range and array of jobs and ways to learn, which is great.
Yeah.
University is like really like self autonomy. Like you have to like be in control yourself. It's all
Yeah.
up to you.
yeah,
And that's not ideal. It's a lot of like book work, like ethic, like
Yeah, yeah.
history,
Right.
like those weird things. It's not like practical like doing.
Yeah.
Some things don't need to be learned that way.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, like I think also like to me school is very important, but also I realize that like these universities are a business, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So like
But like
All of
whatever
No,
it is, like
exactly.
real world like situations and like life skills or like
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
again, whatever, make an argument that like a lot of that real world experiences
Yeah.
and stuff you get at university.
No, totally.
That could be
Yeah.
another reason why someone goes in
Yeah,
general.
yeah,
but-
and I think it's just different learning styles. That's why
Yeah.
it's not as big, is because we found new ways that people learn best and
Yeah.
more efficient ways even sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like some things don't need to be 4 years studied in an undergrad degree.
Right.
Right?
It's like it could
40
be compacted
40
within
credits or
a
whatever.
year.
Yeah,
right?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, no. But yeah, I mean, I love school. There's definitely, like, I feel like I definitely feel from, like, Western as a brand, like, I'm not a number. Like, let's just say, like,
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Yeah.
That's good though.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, big schools, a lot of them that you have thousands of students in there, essentially you are a number and a dollar
Mm-hmm. No,
sign.
yeah, literally.
right?
Yeah.
And then when
And
you
I
go to
see it a
like-
lot, even just, like, as a second year student, I'm like, damn, this university is crazy. Like,
So
it's,
like
their
what
intention.
were you in during COVID?
I was in high school.
Like,
what was
yeah,
I in? Like, I was in 9th grade when like COVID happened.
No way.
Yeah, I was in 9th grade.
How does that even make sense? Has it been that?
It's been long, dude. Like shit.
Like I was end of 9th grade.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
well, when
How
I
mu-
think
what
about
time-
just like
like-
even how long I've been here, it's just like holy shit.
I
And then-
guess.
Because
You come to
2019,
me.
2020 was my 9th grade year. I graduated high school in 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
So, and then, oh no, 2020.
22.
22.
Either way, you were definitely in like grade 9 or 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was like 9th grade when like the March 2020 happened or
So
whatever.
did you think it fucked you up at all? Like as far as like like
Isn't it obvious? No, I'm just kidding.
no, but like do you feel like you missed out on much or like anything like that? Like you know, it's
School
like
wise, I feel like I am like a person who can work without a teacher telling me what to do.
Yeah.
So like education wise, I feel like I was okay.
Yeah.
Like obviously like socially, definitely like not.
But at least then you didn't miss, like, it wasn't like an online graduation or something.
No,
or anything
exactly.
like that, or,
No,
like-
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you were
only like
just
my
in the
first
middle,
little,
yeah.
and then my end was fine. And
That was probably,
Yeah.
I guess, a good time to go.
yeah,
in it, if
exactly,
anything,
exactly. And like for me, like I had a dance studio in my house, so I just like I was just grinding. Like that's
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was like, hey, I want to do dance for the rest of my life, and then it's
Yeah.
just like, also like physically, that's like not a secure
Yeah,
job
yeah,
when
yeah.
you know you can get injured and whatever.
But yeah.
I was just emailing Ian, hey man, can I get a gym membership? Come on, man.
I was like, look at all these losers.
Please,
messaging me.
And then now he's telling you that you're a fake
Now
member.
it's like
So
a fake number, man.
Well,
Yeah.
again, now I'm just going to think about that. Maybe if COVID never happened.
yeah. And
hey,
then
you
even
never
when I
know,
got
right?
Yeah, when I got into the gym, like I got into the gym the summer of 2022. So COVID
Yeah.
was like over, so I
Yeah,
never really
yeah,
dealt
yeah,
with the
yeah.
like weird gym phases.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
I remember, like, here we were, like, sneaking in. Like, we never really
Yeah,
closed
yeah,
during
Sharky's
COVID.
This
got a
guy's
bunch of,
like,
like,
yo, don't
a
come to the
bunch
gym
of-
today. They're outside waiting.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Sit
I
like-
sent
Sharky's got a
emails.
bunch of like fines.
Yeah.
And I heard a story. I don't know how true this is, but I heard a story. Someone told me that like the owner would say like, "Yeah, come in. I'll pay the fine that you get to like."
Yeah,
And then it never happened, and like some dude spent like a couple nights in jail over it, and I was like, "Damn."
maybe. But, like, it's, like, the typical, like...
Rebel, like he was like, come in, I got you. And then like there was no like legally
Commitment.
written, yeah, there was no like legally written that he'd pay it. So Buddy shows up to court and he's like, well, listen, like the dude told me he'd pay it, and they were like, sorry, man, best out of luck, get it written next time. Like,
Yeah, like,
that was a wild
But
time.
so I
that's,
think
like,
they
also
kind of
the
went a little
people.
bankrupt. That
Yeah, but it's also like, again, I don't feel bad for gym owners that are like posting like a day after you're told to like lock down. We're open today.
Yeah,
like, it's like
yeah,
just
yeah.
we were like so organized for the most part.
Yeah.
Like everyone was
No,
like,
you did
I
it
just
well.
basically
Yeah.
contacted everyone directly,
Yeah.
and it's like,
and
okay,
even the nature of your gym like made that really easy to do.
yeah, because
right?
yeah, exactly. Like everyone could really like. It's like, yo, everyone just chill out today.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're in there walking
coming.
around.
Go for a walk outside.
Well, like we
Yeah.
up here, right? Like we'd sit up at the office,
Yeah.
and like there's binoculars out there. I have binoculars.
Yeah.
Just we'll sit across the
Yeah,
park
yeah.
because they came. Like I probably have like 6 or 7 different bylaw officers cards.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd come, they'd talk, and I'd be like, dude, tell me what I'm doing wrong. And they're like, I don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
know what you're doing wrong. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing wrong? I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they'd be like, okay, have a good day. I'd be like, okay, everyone that's hiding around the corner, just wait like 20 more minutes.
Yeah. Don't
And
pull out,
then
don't pull out.
like it'd be that, and we never. But it's like, again, you're going like out of your way to promote that you're open.
Mm-hmm.
And, like same with like, that's why it's like was so important for me to not take on the people that wanted it for the wrong reasons, because then it'd ruin it for everyone that was
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
there pre-COVID
Yeah.
that like really
Yeah.
wanted it.
Yeah. Not you though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
man. Thanks anyway, so.
Too funny.
What a strange time that was.
Yeah, for real.
But it's so long ago now, too,
Yeah.
though.
I know. I
Yeah.
can't.
But it
like,
feels
doesn't
like
yesterday,
seem-
Yeah.
I
And
know
it felt so
does.
long
yeah.
when it was happening. Like you're like, oh my god,
Yeah,
is this ever gonna
you know how
end?
slow the time was?
Yeah.
And now it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
we just had like summer fly by.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It'll
totally.
be Christmas in no time.
yeah,
That's crazy.
unbelievable.
Halloween.
You gonna dress up? You need to dress up.
If T if T makes me, but I doubt it. I'm not
I'm thinking I'm gonna dress up as Ian from Showtime Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
get to a
That'll be a
hoodie.
good one.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my hoodie.
I know.
I need to get a hoodie. Do you sell them?
Yeah.
He's got to make an order first.
You told
My
me that,
problem
man.
is not the good and bad problem. It's like I always order them and then I end up like giving most of them away.
Oh.
So then it's like then I'm not
darn.
I'm not no, not even. I have,
Man, I'm being kind.
Man,
no,
like,
but no,
too
but
good.
but
gesture to
I
my
do like I
members.
like to like just like you know if
Yeah.
once I get more I'll
Yeah,
like you
okay.
just get one and stuff.
Okay.
But like then it's like then there's not a crazy motivation for me to order more.
Right.
Until like
Right.
enough people are like, hey asshole, I've been waiting
Yeah,
for a year.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I'm like, okay, get
Yeah.
it.
Well, there you go. For a party, get some hoodies, raffles, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. There you
Or
go.
incentive to come if it's
Yeah.
if it goes downhill for some reason. Like like hey, get a free hoodie if you
clothes
come.
now.
Yeah.
So I gotta get. I say it all the time, but I do gotta get more.
Stop.
Oh, Mr. Popular over here.
No, it's just like, hey, it's past your bedtime. You got to go to sleep.
Ooh, I'm probably getting one of those soon too. It's like start winding down. You guys.
What is it? 6 p.m.
Are you late for? Do you go to bed late? Are you a night owl or like
Like late
morning?
for me is like 11.
Okay.
But my
Okay.
thing is like if I don't have to get up in the morning and I want to stay up, like let's just say I'm more of a like 8-hour time period. I'm good. So like if I want to go to bed at 1,
You're just gonna be.
I just get up at
sleeping.
9.
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
I'll plan to like, okay, I want to be up at 9 so I can stay up till here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But I try to stay pretty consistent.
Do you
And over the
have-
summer with work, like it was
Yeah.
like 10 to 6 or whatever,
Yeah.
9:30 to 5:30. So it's kind of super routine for me. Like
Do you have early? Do you have like any 7 a.m. classes or anything?
no, but last year I had an 8:30 like every day. So that was brutal.
But that's not even like. Are there not classes that start at like 7?
I think 8:30 is the first.
Oh, really?
But like every day was just like God,
Yeah.
right? Like
No
I never
time
stay
to
up.
sleep in.
Yeah, no time to sleep in.
Unless it's the weekend. That's when
But
I
I
can
kind of
sleep in.
appreciated that too, because then it got me up, got me going. Like I am a morning
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
So it wasn't like horrible for me, but
Mm.
a lot of people were like, I ain't going to those classes. So
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, weekends I sleep in. It's like 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
like,
but it's
alright,
because you're
cool.
in the routine. Like your
Yeah.
body just gets up.
And I feel
Yeah,
good.
I don't. Yeah, I love it. That's
Yeah.
the case. Like for
It's
me, it's
awesome.
even if tea is gone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's 7:40.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
being lazy.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine sleeping till like 10 o'clock.
No. And if I go
No, I'd have to be sick
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
if
like,
I go
Exactly.
past my regular 8 hours, like I feel worse. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I do better on a little less than
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So no, I try to stay pretty consistent with that. But
do you go out much on like? Are you a bar?
Not
I don't
really,
even know what
no.
downtown's like. Is it like sketchy or anything? Not really.
well, we went out for like a casual drink on a Thursday, and we had to like hit up the Circle K for something. There was like 10 people. Like
Homeless people.
yeah,
like,
just like. Have you guys
cracked out
heard
a
the term
little bit.
fentfold?
Yeah.
Like
Oh
the
yeah.
fentfold?
Just bent over.
Yeah. Just and it's like, oh, okay, great.
Excuse me.
So yeah, pardon me. Don't
Yeah, I
mind
haven't
me.
been down. Spent
Well,
time
let's
down
go
there at all.
downtown and then check
Right now?
it out.
Yeah,
Drive by.
Wednesday. What's
Wednesday.
like?
Wednesday, best day. You don't need a reason. It's Wednesday. Just go.
Wednesday.
But no, I'm not super.
Yeah.
Again, like I am a creature of routine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I just strive off of that. So, and I'd rather just like chill with the
Yeah.
friends, like
Yeah.
play some board games,
Yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
More meaningful to me.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, for
Nothing
sure.
against whatever. Do your thing. But
Did you mention you play poker?
no, but I was.
Did we talk about that at all, or is that maybe not? I swear you're like, yeah, I'm down to play poker one day or something.
about you're talking about betting like chips on it or something. Yeah, I do remember this kind of briefly.
Yeah,
But not
know.
enough. But I'll learn.
we got to get a poker night going up
Okay.
there. It's been a long time.
No Jose invite.
He just cleans up. He's this little sleeper,
Yeah. He comes in just
sober, drinking his
sober.
coffee.
Yeah. His chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Just like takes everyone's money. See you later.
Speaking of which, we haven't gone to the
Oh, yeah.
casino in
We
a
should,
while
we
either.
should.
Are you from Windsor?
Yeah,
Did you go down to the casino there a lot?
yeah,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like,
The
That was
thing.
routine.
I love that.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday.
That was
That's
his
probably
routine.
why.
I go
like,
out, I win money. Same in Halifax, dude.
Yeah.
Like we used to go to Halifax Casino, and it's just like either if we win, we'll go out. If we don't win, we'll go home.
Just keep,
Yeah.
Chill in the
keep
basement.
gambling. Try and make our money back. Yeah, we haven't been to the one here in a while.
We should go.
Yeah.
It's fun. Lose $100.
And then if you
Have a
lose
slice
it,
of pizza.
if you lose it, just keep going until you get your money back.
That's it. Just keep on going, and just get it back. Get it back.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
should
that's the
have a-
exact mindset they want you to have.
Of course.
Like you're gonna
Yeah.
fall and prey to the statistic.
Yeah, we got to do.
I
that
gotta go
too.
to a ATM machine. Where is the closest
Yeah.
one? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
$20 just to like get
Yeah.
money out.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else? Do I have anything written down in here?
Did you make any notes? See, this is the whole point. It's not scripted.
No, yeah, exactly.
know?
That was
It's
good
just
though. That was like a good run, but
Yeah. Good job, guys.
I like that. Yeah, good work, team.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Anything significant happened?
Well, hopefully the
Not
people
really.
in Florida stay safe.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Because I think as it
I have a buddy of mine,
Makes
Jay. He lives in
landfall.
Tampa, and that looks pretty red
Oh,
there.
he's gonna get just blasted then.
Yeah. Hopefully Jay Krupp is okay. And then the other people, I mean, I talked to a few people who have like homes down there, right? It's just like you're up here and then you try to go there for your, just over the winter. For
Well, we go like I said, Jade's mom's down has a condo down there that we go to, or if I don't go, like it's visited yearly. So I wonder, like, there might not be a place.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's just like, how do you know?
Bare minimum. I don't know actually all the details. So I'm kind of talking out of my ass, but it's like it wasn't like it was just like probably heavy water, nothing really in the bottom. Like again, they build it so you like it's built for this, but Jade had mentioned that like the whole thing just might be because they're like right on the water.
Yeah.
So you never know. Like even if there's no crazy damage, it's just all gonna come down anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know what the deal with that is. We'll have
And then it's like the people who own the homes, like what do they have to do? Wait this out and then fly down to see the damage?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Imagine you come down there and you had like one of those like holiday homes or whatever, and then just like it's just
I
gone.
guess that's
Yeah,
probably why you
totally.
pay crazy insurance or something.
But do they even do insurance there though for this shit?
Yeah, I think so.
You would think, right?
Yeah, I mean I think so, but there's probably a lot of like loopholes as well. But like if you live in an area like that, like you're probably doing what you got to do to protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, most people can't just afford to have their house wiped away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let alone like wiped away and then have to
Well,
like
that's what's
battle
going to
with
happen.
insurance.
Yeah.
These people are going to be homeless.
Yeah, for sure. It's like the guy we were watching before. Like
Right.
that was his childhood home, and it's just going to be like gone probably by literally as we speak.
It's so tragic, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And even
it's
just the
like hitting
time to like
dead center, like dead nuts right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other
And
And
Miami
you
is
can't
just
just
chilling.
build a house.
Miami
like,
Beach, you can just go party, nothing's going on.
Well, that's it's like you say that, but it's probably still like insane
Yeah.
thunderstorms
Yeah.
and like it's
Like
probably like
wind and-
still as much. The worst storm we've had here is like what's in the no like pass zones already here.
No.
But
Yeah, I wonder how long it takes to like get all that back. You know what I mean? Like you don't just like
Recovery
hey,
probably be
contractor,
like years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
literally. Every single contractor is probably like busy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
They're probably
Oh, yeah.
building their home
their,
back.
their own house.
you
Yeah,
know?
they're like, give me a little bit of time.
but just preparing for it and everything. So.